So a hacking group may or may not have gotten access to literally almost every single American's social security number and other private information. So yesterday, the LA Times posted an article that claimed the same group that hacked and was trying to sell 3 billion lines of data containing social security numbers, addresses, and more of US citizens. And they did this by attacking the NPD. So why does the NPD even have all this information? Well, the NPD actually offers services to employers wanting to do background checks on employees. And in order to do that, they have to run your social, your old addresses, any aliases, any charges, and they have all that information. They also give this information out to private investigators and pretty much anyone who needs this information legally. Now, if you've ever had to apply for a job, I know a lot of you haven't, but if you've ever had to apply for a job, you know, you've had to do a background check. And again, this is how most companies do their background checks, is through this service. And now an alleged member of the US DoD named Felice, not the US Department of Defense, I know, but very, very odd choice for a hacking group name, posted this message on the breached hacking forum.
So it is really spotted in this video that breach was actually done by SXUL, not US DoD apparently. I just wanted to make that clear. Sorry.
Greetings, breach forum members. I'm here to inform you that the full NPD database has been breached by the SXUL and is now available to download. You can download the files from the following links. Obviously, we're going to blur out. The password to access these files is also blur that out. Format CSV. Size totaling 277 gigabytes of uncompressed data. Field ID, first NA, first name, P, phone 1, AK1, full, RD DAT, Alt 1, date of birth, Alt 2, date of birth, Alt 3, date of birth, social security number, even more bigger database to share that is not related to NPD. Wait for the next chapter. P.S. There's a new player in town. Regards, Felice. But can you guess what the profile picture of this person is? Was it A, furry, B, anime profile picture? There's no other options. Anime profile picture. If you're a hacker, you're either a furry or you like anime. There's really no in between, I guess. I mean, if you haven't seen the other video with the furry hackers, you know, hacking NATO and everyone else, seeming like a common theme here. And according to a website called Bleeping Computer, each record consists of the following information: a person's name, mailing addresses, a social security number, with some records including additional information like other names associated with the person, and none of this data is encrypted. Now, although a lot of places like the LA Times and a whole bunch of other news sources, or pretty much any post you've probably seen on Instagram or Facebook or any social media about this, 3 billion people's information have not been leaked. One person can have multiple records, and including every address you've lived at includes a new record. And again, according to Bleeping Computer, numerous people have confirmed to us that it included their family members' legitimate information, including those who were deceased. Which is why the 3 billion number seems a bit high, because, you know, a lot of this is probably from people who have passed away. Beeping Computer also states, some people have also told Beeping Computer that their social security numbers were associated with other people they don't know, so not all the information is accurate. And that this data may be outdated as it does not contain the current addresses for any of the people we checked, potentially indicating that the data was taken from an old backup. So while this is still very alarming and needs to be handled carefully, it's probably not as bad as all of these headlines, you know, making it out to be. Now, regardless if this information is current, outdated, correct, or incorrect, it's still going to lead to a lot of identity theft cases surging probably in the next couple months to maybe in the next couple years. And this is another reason why people's data privacy is something that I advocate for. Because when you give your data, like your email, your phone number, your address, your first and last name, even your birthday to these companies, 99% of the time they're storing it in a database that isn't even protected by them. They're outsourcing the security to another company. And even then, they're still selling that data to other companies, so your information is just getting shared around like the one girl in a group of 10 guys. Well, what if you only give your information to people like Apple, Microsoft, or Google, trusted companies? Those companies still might outsource your data or sell your data to other companies. Why do you think Facebook and a lot of social media apps are free? Because you're the product. You are the data. That's what they're getting. And again, even if you only give it to trusted companies, it might just get leaked anyway from another company that bought it from the trusted company. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of break this down because it was a little alarming, but once I learned that, you know, it's not as bad. It's still terrible, okay? It's still terrible. It's not 3 billion people that are being affected by it. I would definitely, you know, consider locking your credit right now. And I don't know. We're just pretty much making sure no identity theft's going on. But hey, maybe all of us can tell our banks now that the 6 months of thousands of dollars per month OnlyFans subscriptions, that wasn't us. That was due to this leak, you know, so we'll all get off scot-free, you know. Anyway, just remember that the cloud is just someone else's computer that you don't have access to, and clouds were meant for rain. Shout out Louis Rossman. Anyway, that's about it.